Hey guys, and well, this is Devlog 2, as you can see in the title, and somewhat. Yeah, so you can finally now, or at least somewhat, I've added in, well, not fully completed yet, but added in that you can now play tracks, and when I mean by play, so as you can see there, if you go back into the last one, you see 3 new assets. With start a track, where you start, end, and checkpoint. These are all just beta, well, I'd call them somewhat beta assets or alpha assets. In other words, pretty much made within Unity itself. I do plan on v0.1, so this is 0.9, 0.090, 0.1, well yeah, 0.1.0, or have more, we'll have the final sort of track asset, so start, checkpoint, the different checkpoints, and some different checkpoints and that, so yeah. Also I got time, this somewhat working, which this is the fastest I've been on this track. Granted, the this, which is also the player, granted it's using this one as that's just different. Also you can see there checkpoints, 2 checkpoints, 1 end over there, and then test track, 3 seconds later, and you can go. And yeah, also when you go through it, it will get rid of, well, it will get rid of the checkpoint, so you can't just go back through it, and you know, there's something, so it does, so 1 checkpoint counts for 1 itself, so it doesn't, so you can't just go back forward, and so then, you know, skip, like massively skip the entire game. And yeah, so, and I do need to slightly, or at least add in a single line of code which will just somewhat tell it to pretty much, so the code in which pretty much this button triggers will be the exact same that the end, well, not quite triggers, but it will trigger that for in the sort of build thing, yeah. Okay, so yeah, also got follow camera working, which I just used ChatGPT, so yeah. Car 500, and then we can just go, well, wheel spin ends up right now. Yeah, it just ends up wheel spinning, but yeah. Yeah, and that's pretty much all that I've somewhat done with this. Yeah, I do somewhat with the times, plan on adding somewhat of course when multiplayer is added, which is probably sometime like before I publicly release the game. Multiplayer will be added into the game, and they somewhat your like world ranking on somewhat maps will be, or at least tracks and play built tracks, and that will be there. Also the track validation time will be obviously like Trackmania and Zapius, the author time. So yeah, I'm not sure if I plan on adding like gold, silver, bronze, like type deal, like if you somewhat enter, or at least somewhat, even though say you may be slow, if you somewhat enter the end at a certain time, then, or at least somewhat below a certain time, then you get gold, silver, or some bronze, or nothing if you're that slow. So yeah, don't know if I'll add that. If you would like me to do so, then do somewhat say in the comments down below. And yeah, and if you've got any idea for a name for this, you can, well yeah, feel free to put it in the comments down below. Yeah, So with that, potentially within the next devlog, I may have learnt enough of Blender to have potentially the somewhat initial start here. So just that done, potentially player as well. That though, once I get the actual player asset, truly done car asset in, then I'll be sort of testing the heck out of it to get the right suspension. So yeah, right suspension, and also sort of set the wheels up right so that it's not just when you press W wheels spinning the heck out of it, and also yeah, just implementing some other stuff. So yeah, and also controller support, and so it's better to add that in early than later on. So yeah, anyway, that's all I wanted to somewhat, that's all I've kind of been up to for this past week, which really didn't do much coding. So yeah, anyway, hope you guys have a good day or night, depending on wherever you are and whenever you are and whenever you watch this, and well, good. Bye!